What? Did you see that? I know, you're probably thinking, Maker Mike, that has nothing to do with engineering. Why are you showing us blowing on top of a piece of paper? But it actually does. It has a lot to do with engineering. It has to do with a force called lift, and it's going to be very important for today's activity. Welcome back, engineers. Anyone who's been in my classroom knows that engineers are problem solvers. All engineers do this. All engineers try to solve problems. But today we are talking about aeronautical engineers. An aeronautical engineer is somebody who deals with things that fly. They develop new technologies or improve things that already fly and make sure that they stay safe in the air. So what things could that include? Well, it might include this, or this, these, either of these. Probably not this, but maybe. Definitely this, and yeah, even this too. They make sure that these things fly safely, and they use the engineering design process to make sure they're the best that they can be. In order for an aeronautical engineer to control flight, we really need to know what flight is. If I take my paper airplane here, there are 4 things that are involved in all flight. There's thrust, which makes it go forward. There's drag, which makes it fold back like this. There's lift, which makes it go up. And there's weight, which makes it come down. When we can control those 4 forces, we can control flight. We're only going to look at one of those forces today, lift. And just like the word sounds, it is how we lift something up into the air. Alright, we started this video by talking about lift, and I demonstrated when I blew over the top of the piece of paper. When the air goes faster on top of the paper, it makes the paper rise up, it makes it lift. In an airplane, the air flies faster over the top of the wing than it does underneath it. And because of that, the wings, and then the whole plane, lift up. Engineers help control that by the shape of the wing. They make it in such a way that the air can move faster over top and slower underneath. One of the ways that we can affect lift on a paper airplane is by taking the back of the wing and bending it up just a little bit, not folding it, but bending it a little bit. Changing the shape of the tail of our airplane will help keep the plane up just a little bit longer. In the end, the weight of the airplane will always bring it down to the ground, but we want to try to keep it lifted as much as possible. So it looks like what you'll need next is to make a paper airplane, and I'll show you how to do that now. I'm just taking a piece of scrap paper. You can use an old piece of homework paper. We're going to start it like this. We're going to fold it in half. Now the secret to great airplanes is making sure that your lines are nice and clean. You don't want any crazy folds like that. You want a nice clean fold. I'm going to fold it in half. Like that. I'm going to open it back up. It should have a nice big crease down the middle. I'm going to take my top corner up here and fold it to my middle line. Okay, try to make it nice and straight. You can do the same thing with the other side. Does that look like a good fold? No. Make it nice and sharp edges. Okay. Now that I have a shape like this, kind of looks like a house, right? I'm going to take my corner over here and bring it to the middle line. This part's a little tricky. I'm going to try to make your line as nice as you can. Okay, you see that? We're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. I'll do it again. I'm going to take my corner and bring it to the middle. The lines on my homework paper are actually making this paper airplane look pretty cool. I didn't do such a great job at the top. I might try that one more time. That's a little bit better. Might not be perfect, but we can always try again later on. Now I fold the paper in like this to give it its paper airplane shape. I fold it in half. Okay. Now we need lift, and there's no wings on this plane, so we need to make some wings. So I'm going to take part of this and fold it down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Take part of it and fold it down so that the wings are about the same. You can see they're about the same there. And then, once that's done, there's only one thing left to do. Your challenge today is to make a paper airplane. How long can you get your paper airplane to fly for? What changes did you have to make so that it could fly longer? Did you change the size of the wings, the shape of the wings? Did you bend the end to give it more lift? I want you to be thoughtful engineers and try to solve this problem, being sure to test and improve, because we know that that's how we make our best work. Be sure to come back and show me a picture of the airplane that you made. And if you have a video of how far it went, I would love to see that too. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Good luck and happy flying.